they do have a very long history. Started since 1967.
Wow, that's really long.
Yeah, so they are very experienced developer and focus
Older
mainly
than
on
anyone of us.
almost grandparents.
Hi everyone, welcome to Take Away with Avenue 88, where we share insights for the real estate industry. I'm Jason.
I'm Chantel.
I'm Benny.
And I'm Jackie.
So today we are back to our project review, where we're going to share a rare freehold development called Bagnall Haus. So as usual, we will share more about the fact sheet, the developer, the location, pricing, and the growth story. And at the end, we will all four of us decide whether we're going to place a check or not. So once again, please do not forget to subscribe and like our channel. So let's talk about a bit of Bagnall Haus, which is by Roxy Pacific Holdings Limited, located at District 16 at the end of Upper East Coast Road, just beside Bedok Food Centre. So these are 3 blocks, 5 stories building totaling 113 units of 1 to 5 bedrooms. It will be sitting on about near 70,000 square feet land area. And this is actually an en bloc from Bagnall Court, which was done early 2023. Okay, from the map, right, Sungei Bedok MRT is really literally outside the development. So this is really very convenient. And not forgetting, saving the best for the last, Bagnall Haus is actually a freehold development. So preview starts from early January next year, so it will be a good start to 2025. I'll share more. Pass to Jackie for the developer.
Yep. So Roxy Pacific is the developer, but they are not a commonly known names because they are not the big boys. They do have a very long history. Started since 1967.
Wow, that's really long.
Yeah, so they are very experienced developer and focus
Older
mainly
than
on
anyone of us.
almost grandparents. Okay, so they are very experienced developer and focus mainly on small to medium-sized residential development. And at the same time, Roxy Pacific, they have done both residential and commercial properties in overseas as well. Like Melbourne, New South Wales, Australia, Auckland, KL as well. Quite established, I feel.
Yep.
And back in Singapore, their more notable projects are new at Novena, Wilshire Residences along Farrer Road, and also View at Kismis. And then currently, they are selling streets at Joo Chiat, Hill House, and of course, the Bagnall Haus.
Yeah, and actually in terms of the location, Bagnall Haus is located in Upper East Coast Road. Yeah, it is very close to Sungei Bedok MRT station, as Jason has mentioned just now. And this MRT station, right, is likely to be in operation in 2026.
Oh,
and
that's just in time when the new MRT station starts its operations.
Yes, exactly. And what makes it great, right, is that this station don't just serve on one line. It actually has got 2 lines that's running on it, the Thomson East Coast line and the Downtown line. Yeah. So in terms of amenities, within 5 to 10 minutes walk, there is the Eastwood Centre, where you can find cold storage, supermarket, cafes, clinics, and convenience store. Yeah, and it's also close to the Bedok Food Centre, and it is this food centre is actually undergoing renovation right now, but it will be ready by the end of the year.
Is the Ching Teng still there? I think
so.
Should be still there, right?
I should think so.
Feel good food stuff over there.
Yeah.
Yes. And exactly, for schools, right, within 1 to 2 kilometers, there is Temasek Primary School, which is quite a popular school, and also the Bedok Green Primary School. Yeah. And Bagnall Haus is also not too far from the upcoming Bayshore Precinct. It is an exciting growth area with a mix of HDB and private residential coming up. Yeah, and personally, right, this is one of my favorite growth area. And once completed, this Bayshore Precinct will be a nice area, not just in terms of architecture, but also good for people to take strolls to the East Coast Park.
Yeah. So last time we do say like Bayshore is the last of East Coast East Coast area. So now maybe it will be extended.
Yeah, correct. So to discuss more about the price, the en bloc sale price back then for Bagnall Court works out to be about 115 million, converted to a land rate of about 1,106 per square foot per plot ratio. So what we've seen is that the unit owners of Bagnall Court, they actually receive a gross proceeds of between 2 million to 3.78 million from the sale. So if we look at the nearest project, Country Park Condo, is freehold, TOP in 2003 with a total of 160 units. The recent transactions done there is about 1,600 per square foot to 1,700 per square foot onwards. Next will be Fairmont Condo, a leasehold project, TOP back in year 2000. Total of 64 units. Not many transactions done there. The most recent one is recorded at 1,190 per square foot for a 1227 3-bedroom unit. Currently, we don't have any firm prices released yet for
Yeah, not
Bagnall Haus. Estimated, we are looking at about maybe 2,004 to 2,500 per square foot onwards, which I feel is quite fairly priced for District 16 itself.
True.
Moreover, with the rejuvenation of the Bayshore area, we should be expecting some price movements for the surrounding projects.
Yeah, I totally agree. Because at this price, when it's freehold and then next to MRT, I think it's really quite attractive.
So let me touch more about the growth story. So there is going to be a pent-up demand for Bagnall Haus because the last launch was actually Eastwood Regency done almost 14 years ago. So we actually explained this pent-up demand situation before in our past podcast for Ori and Trump Park. We have where the past launches were actually done some time back ago. And not forgetting for this area, right, there's actually a lot of landed houses, massive amount of landed houses around the area.
Agree.
And you could actually see either landed owners probably downsizing, or maybe what they could do is actually buying properties for their kids, for their future home. And this could be a potential. So if we do see good sales, in turn reducing the supply in Bagnall Haus, and if demand continues, I believe this will drive up prices down the road. Okay, Bedok South MRT, which is just one MRT stop away from Bagnall Haus, is sitting on a mixed residential commercial site. So this points to be most likely a very integrated mall. And if this happens, this will definitely increase the price also. And not forgetting, the main pusher for growth is really the Bayshore Township. So I've been in the industry for 15 years, and I see how Bayshore area turned from the jungle to flattened ground, and what's going to happen next time is like massive developments coming up. So it's going to be very, very interesting.
So I personally witnessed this as well because actually there was a few blocks in Costa del Sol that face directly to the green area or the forest area. So now actually, I mean, the trees are removed. So there's a new MRT already, and then you can see the construction of the new construction sites, the different blocks.
HDBs.
Yeah,
So there will be 8 residential sites in total, not including the mixed residential commercial. So there's 10,000 homes, about 7,000 HDB flats, and 3,000 private property by mid-2030s. So Bagnall Haus is probably going to TP about 2028. Yeah, 2028. So maybe like just another 7 years, you'll see some life about there. If you can't wait too long, don't worry, Bagnall Haus is once again freehold. And in fact, it has already started because there's a GLS plot at Bayshore Road that's going to yield 515 units for a private condo. And with what we always advocate is that as long as there are future private residential housing down the road at future higher price, I believe this will help in the capital appreciation for Bagnall Haus. And lastly, I would like to stress it's also on MOP for the newer HDBs that's going to come up there. So these HDBs, we all know that it's going to be priced above 1 million when it comes out into the market. And definitely we'll see some HDB upgraders looking at buying private around the area. And this will actually be an avenue for HDB upgraders in the area. A phenomenon we have seen often in like say Sengkang, Punggol area, where HDB MOPs and they just get a private around the area.
and plus all these HDB, they are the plus scheme, right?
Yeah,
plus
So actually they
models.
will really cost more than the normal HDBs.
Exactly.
So just to add a bit on this because I mean recently there were a lot of new launches launching. So there was a time, right, where you know that people always like to buy freehold. Then then after naturally they say, okay, let's make do with leasehold. So there is this potential that this freehold group of buyers, right, really want to look at Bagnall Haus because it's going to be a very good development that is freehold endorsed at the MRT.
Yeah.
To think about it, right, even some leasehold developments, right, are not even located near to the MRT.
Yes.
At least 5 to 10 minutes walk away.
There is really not many these days really.
That's correct, yeah. And this is, of course, still what I say, the prime 15 leading to District 16 East Coast. We are close to the East Coast belt of food, eateries, cafe, not too far from East Coast Park. And Bagnall Haus actually still connects very easily to other areas through the nearby connecting MRT lines, such as your downtown line and your east-west line. Okay, so now the key thing at the end of our discussion and review, will we place a check or not? So, Jackie, why don't you go first?
Yes. Okay, so let's say if I'm looking for an own stay unit, right? So I think Bagnall Haus ticks a lot of checkbox. Yeah. So because first of all, it's really stone throw away to the MRT. This is, I think, one of the rare one that is really stone throw away. And then it's freehold. Yeah, I think these two is a two big plus for me. So I will place a check.
Wow. Chantel?
Okay, yeah. So I will place a check for Bagnall Haus, right? As I like it that it's a freehold development which is close to amenities, right? And also in an area that's undergoing transformation. Yeah. And also there's also the upgrading of infrastructure around. Yeah. And also recently, right, I was handling a 3-bedroom unit for sale in the nearby area, and I saw that the owner, right, actually reaped profits that is close to 1 mil by holding the property for 10 years. I think it's pretty decent, yeah. And it's also quite a testament, right, that with good layouts, even like small development, boutique size development, right, also have the potential to ride the property cycle. Yeah.
Agree.
So, however, right, this project really only just have like 113 units lah. I will also be mindful of the maintenance fee, so I have to be mindful that it's not too high. Yeah.
Okay.
Penny?
So for me, once again, east side is best side.
Yeah,
So
east side,
like I
best
mentioned for
side.
our previous Mayor Blue, I'm always confident for east side projects. Location, amenities, and this project actually brings you to the airport very quickly as well.
That's
Very
right.
near to
That's a
airport.
That's right.
Yeah. So I think my straight answer is yes. I would like it for my own stay because next to MRT station, freehold, there's nothing much I would actually object to this all these factors too. Yeah, so I think the thing that Chantel mentioned, we have to watch out for the maintenance fee because the number of units there are pretty small. So that's the only small thing that we have to look out for.
Okay, for me, it's a firm yes. As I mentioned before, I'm always a firm believer of properties in the East and its future long-term potential for capital appreciation. And not forgetting, this is a freehold development just beside MRT, and I think this is really one of the key selling points. We don't really get this these days. And also, not only that, I think the growth story of Bagnall Haus is really, really very impressive and very assuring to have this mixed residential commercial, the future story of Bayshore. Yeah. So I think this is really going to be a sure yes, whether is it for homestay or for investment. Okay, on behalf of the rest, thank you for watching this review on Bagnall Haus. If you have any reviews of any projects that you have in mind, do drop us a DM and don't forget to share and like. And if you think this video benefits people around you, do remember to share. And we'll see you the next time round. See you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.